Today, let's talk about snitching about the wrong shit. Okay, let me give you an example first. When I was in prison in receiving Houston, I had a roommate that had been in and out of the system. I had the top bunk, she had the bottom bunk because she was a lot bigger than me. One day, she decided to stand at the window because outside was the men from James River prison, boot camp, farm, or whatever it was that was incarcerated. They kept the grounds in Jerusalem. They maintained the grounds. So this one day she says, I'm gonna flash them. I thought it was funny, but to each his own. I never had to use my body. So she stood at the window. I paid no attention. I was reading. And later on, I guess I dozed off or whatever, and she was sitting in the chair reading. I heard the door open. The sergeant came. I think her name was Barksdale. She came and she said, I need to speak to you. So I woke up and I sat up. I thought she was talking to me. She said, no, not you. She looks at this lady. Her name was Adrian, my roommate. She says, were you standing at that window earlier showing yourself to these men? They would know who it was because we were two different sizes, shapes. Everything was different about us. Anyway, she says, no. The lady looks at me and said, did you see her? And I said, well, I was reading, I fell asleep, you know. So, but I really don't think that she would do that. I'm not sure, but I don't think she would. I don't even know her like that. But I didn't see anything like that. Anyway, she couldn't do anything, so she left. My thing about that was, she may have been wrong and against the rules and wrong morally. That's between her and her God or whatever, her and the rules. But when James River came and worked on our yard, we couldn't go outside. There were only men out there. So some man bitch, Mitch, told on her. I mean, could have been a guard, but I don't think she would have flashed if a guard was standing there watching. So more than likely it was an inmate. You're already locked up. If you don't want to look at it, turn your head. But why did you run and tell on her? We snitch about the wrong thing. Now, today, as soon as you look at Facebook or the news, somebody got shot, somebody got killed, somebody 99.9% of the time, somebody knows who did it, or somebody know who did it, or heard who did it, or this or that, and we won't tell. Now, we won't help somebody's family when they've lost their brother, uncle, father, sister, mom, cousin, best friend, the love of their life. We don't care. We may care, but we don't show it. But we snitch on small stuff. We will snitch on who's selling food out their house, who making dinners out their house. They trying to come up and make a few dollars. We'll tell on them. Won't tell on the man that's selling drugs to your kids. But we'll tell on the one that's trying to make money by selling dinners. The best way they know to come up. Or some of the legal ways they know to come up. We'll tell on them. We'll tell on who had a drink party or a selling party or anything that just seen who got so-and-so in their house. We'll be the first ones on the rent line in the morning to tell on who's staying in whose house when I thought just only so-and-so would have been on that lease. We're concerned with everything else people do except the right stuff. We have shit so backwards and fucked up, it's a shame. I know I look rough and I got a heat patch because I'm old and my bones hurt this morning. I think it's the weather. Might rain. Anyway, we have to do better than we're doing. I mean, snitching on the wrong shit. Sometimes it's best just to keep shit to yourself. For real. That if they're not affecting you or people around you, what is the problem? What is the problem? But then we know that little so-and-so killed big so-and-so, and we don't want to open our mouth because I don't snitch. But you'll call on the lady next door because of so-and-so and get her put out. her and her kids. You get them put out. We got it fucked up. And we need to do better than we don't. Anyway, that's it for today.